until the 22nd.
They kept the UK going when most of it had largely stopped. Public sector workers all played their part during our first, much tougher lockdown. But they might argue their efforts aren't being reflected, as it seems they're about to face a pay freeze. A freeze that frontline NHS workers, much praised during the pandemic, are expected to be exempt from. It's all part of rebuilding our public finances. But one primary school teacher told 5 News it added more concern.
I'm disappointed, but I can't say I'm surprised. Key workers, social workers and many others have worked tirelessly throughout the lockdown, and we're very grateful for the job security we have. However, the fact that the government have said that they're going to pause pay increases worries me quite a lot, because it's obvious that the cost of living is going to rise significantly over the next 3 years.
It was just last month that government borrowing hit more than £22 billion, the highest figure in any October since 1993. A new think tank report, which might inform what the Treasury does to make savings, suggests a 3-year pay freeze could save £23 billion by 2023, or £15 billion if NHS workers were made exempt.
This comes off the back of almost a decade of austerity measures on public sector pay, which meant that we've gone through years of pay freezes and pay caps, which in real terms for police officers means they're already suffering from an 18% pay cut in real terms.
The Chancellor will confirm his plans next week. Refilling the public coffers, which have been emptied to tackle COVID, is daunting for any government. But unions say they fear it's being done in a divisive way.
To set one set of workers against another is a really false polarisation. And what I'd say about that is that when we stood on our doorsteps at the very beginning of this ghastly pandemic, it was to applaud our NHS, but very quickly the public accepted and understood and wanted to celebrate the role of the wider workforce.
The unions stress millions endured years of pay restraint under austerity measures over the last 10 years. Now the prospect of pay rises being set at or below inflation will cause friction as our public sector workers go to work in this second wave. Julian Drucker, 5 News.